excited to be here today. It's the first episode of Deeper with YBB, Reinvention Conversations. And guess what? My guest is here with me. Toyosi Etim-Effiong is here tonight. So I didn't plan to, do all of this, but yeah. Look who's here! Look who's here! Yeah, guys, can you see I'm excited? Can you tell? Can you tell? Okay, so for those of you who do not know Toyosi, Toyosi is, to me, well, that's, and then because I always see people as they are. Toyosi, to me, is a media mogul. Come on. She is currently the CEO of That Good Media. She's also the Global Innovation Director.
Global Director of Content.
Yeah, Director of, innovation. Content. Innovation, but content at the MyPad. Just is many things. But, for you guys to understand the scope of this conversation, it's just for you to see that this is someone that I met online. Yeah, so I met her online. How did we even meet? What happened? Tell me. You know what? I'm going to hear the real story, like how it really happened. Okay. So I want to hear, how it was for you. What you went through, what that process was like for you. Yeah. Reaching out to me, and then I'll tell you what it was like for me. Yeah. Although I think I told you before, but I'm going to share that with you today. Let's go.
I think you've told me before. First of all, thank you for inviting me on your show.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, it's a show right now to me. The setup is the setup of a show. We might as well be on Africa Magic right now, really and truly, and BET Africa and the rest of them. But yes, thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here. I remember I had just written my book and I was preparing for the book launch. And I had to
know me better? Now you know
me better, yes. I had to postpone the date twice because of different things that happened. I think the first time my book wasn't ready, the second time there were social issues, and so I had to extend it. And when I was curating the guest list and speaking list of those who would attend, I was like, my book talks so much about identity. The core message of the book really is identity. Me finding myself and embracing myself, embracing my unique background, my unique journey, and not being embarrassed or ashamed of any part of my life, no matter how grungy or ugly it may seem to me. I had come to a place where I accepted my story 100%. I loved my story, and so I was just how did we used to say it in the past? Surfing the net. I was scrolling through Instagram.
Scrolling through the streets.
The streets of the gram. Trying to decide who is the best person to give a keynote speech.
Okay, point to note, guys. First thing, who is the best person? Let's go. Keep going.
Wow, we started the lessons.
Let's go. We'll go straight into it.
Who is the best person to give a keynote speech at my book launch? Who is the best person to give a keynote speech on identity? And I started to search, and then I came across Identity Coach, the handle. I'm like, I'm a little today. All these people that just crown themselves, just decide that, yes, I'm a coach. But then I went on your page, and I started to scroll, and I was like, there's depth here. This woman is like my spirit sister. I'm getting signals, the signals.
Yeah.
I'm picking signals from this woman. And then I just sent you the DM. And in my usual way, everything is from my heart. I wrote...
Guys! That message. I think we should just go straight into lessons. There's no point just holding back on stuff. So the first thing for me is, when I read that message, it's I felt it in my tummy. So we're talking about allies of power, how to attract the people you need on your unique journey.
Yes.
So first of all, I'm sure that everyone knows that each one of us, as cliche as it almost sounds, but each one of us has been gifted to walk a particular our path. And there are, signals that we receive along the way. But the best thing is, how do you even identify these signals? So you could have just seen identity coach and thought, identity coach, this could have come again, and scroll, but you decided to go, and then you said something happened. But guess what? When you sent that message to me, I read it and I thought, who is this?
It was like
a love letter. I said, there's a language that, each one of us, we have a language. There's a way that you speak. And when I say speak, it's not just in tonality or, in phonetics or things like that. The way that you speak is a spirit language. And it's something that, it's from your very depths.
Yes.
So first of all, understanding your own tone.
Yes. Yes.
So when you know your tone, when you hear it, immediately you know that there's something here. Yes. However, there's always a way to check, because identifying the people that you need, there are many people that can just say, okay, let's just try this tonality. Let's try it. So she had sent me this message, and you have put in the date that you wanted to the date that you wanted to launch, like the book launch, and it was November 4th. Now, guys, my papa, my dad passed on the 4th of November 14 years ago. And then I saw that date and I thought, what are the odds, guys? Really, what are the odds? And so because of that date, first of all, I was destabilized. So, like, who is this? Chalele. Who is this person? Just sending me one long message, because first things first, if you know that you're in a particular journey, you cannot just allow everyone into your space. I always say, and Toyosi is amazing in so many ways. Let me not just jump. But we have these conversations every time, and we're talking back to back.
Yes.
And one of the things that we agreed is that, you see, what you owe people is love, not friendship. You do not owe access.
Oh, Lord.
So the way that you first of all determine access is by tonality.
Yes.
Does this person even?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And what I have realized, from the Tower of Babel, when everything just scattered, and people were grouped in different tribes, such that they did not understand each other's languages. Only those in the same tribe understood their language.
Exactly.
I have come to understand that when you find your tribe, you would know that you have found your tribe because you'll be speaking the same language.
There you go.
Which is what happened with us. We were speaking the same language. It was weird. Like, I obviously respected you. I had checked and then we went to the same primary school, but you went years before I did.
Well.
Sorry, years before I did.
Well.
Like, how did we go to the same primary school? We both knew Mrs. Shashek Bomb.
Oh my
and we bonded on that as well. But it was that language, the language of the tribe. Because a lot of times when I'm speaking to you, I see your heart, and a lot of times when I'm speaking to you, it is from my heart. And it was just beautiful. I sent that message and I left the message to do what the message will do. There was no anxiety. I want to say there was almost no doubt.
There you go.
That you would come back. That you would respond to that message. I had very little doubt. Because it was just a connection, and it was a spiritual thing, I would say.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. Something that you said that resonates with me is when you said that there was no doubt that I would. So because what happened is the message made me uncomfortable. I started searching, who is this? Who do I know that knows this person? Can you talk to me about this person? Of course I did. Can you remember? I said, why did this person tell me, Guys, yes, you know that these are deeper conversations, and this is something you're probably not used to. But I want you to flow and catch the lessons. After this conversation, what we're doing differently is that we're sending you a task sheet, and that task sheet is going to be like your to-dos within the 1 week before the next conversation. You're going to have specific to-dos, and you're going to action those things, so that we're not just talking over your heads, or it just sounds very hunky-dory, fancy, but actionable plans. So when you said there was no doubt, and that's because you set it and let it do its work. Most of us, sometimes we send those messages and we start saying, reminder ma, I said I should all remind you about this, ma. Gentle reminder. A kind gentle. I'm like, what? No. So with these things, identifying and attracting, you have to be very cautious.
Yes. Yes.
You have to be very cautious. You have to take it as, you know, it's either, so somebody we both know says that the person, the person on the negotiation table who is not afraid to live with nothing is the one that wins.
Come on.
Because, you know, you are not afraid that, you know,
exactly
worst case scenario, this person is going to say no, but I'm not going to drop, I'm not going to scoop, I'm not going to fall, and, you know, all of those things. Because at the same, you know, when we're looking at this journey, first of all, identifying your journey, you need to know that you are king. You are king on your own journey. And so what you're finding or what you're trying to attract is kings, kingmakers, people that are in your path. So you don't necessarily begin to you know,
You're not hustling.
you're not,
You're
sweetheart.
actually not.
You're not hustling,
You're actually
people.
not hustling. And I'm just going to say that these are the kinds of conversations we have
On a
our own,
regular.
on a regular basis. These are the kinds of conversations we have over drinks or over a meal or whatever it is. And I'm really happy that we're getting to actually share this now with the world. It is beautiful that everybody is getting to see this all the time. There's no time that I leave you. There's actually no time that I leave you that I don't feel like, oh gosh, I feel lighter. I feel better. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So I just want to say, I'm excited. You know, I'm actually excited that we're recording this, and again that I'm your first guest.
Thank you so much, Toyosi. Thank you. I mean, I'm not going to let that just slide because you don't do this often. So I'm just going to soak all of that in. Do we want to, you know, just observe some silence?
Wow,
just
just
to soak that in. I was going to ask you. So typically, is this something that you do? Do you generally just look out for people? No, I'm serious, because this is attracting people that you need, like on your own journey. Is this, how do you even know you need people? What? How do I even know I need anybody? And then how do I even start attracting? How do I start looking? What do I need to do? So if, for instance, does it mean that you must have something, a project, before you can identify people, or how does it work?
So I don't think you have to have a project. It may just even be like an idea. It may just be a connection. In that moment, you see something that, and social media has made it really easy. I mean, if I say the next thing I'm about to say, and everybody will just be like, it's a habit, that's a behavior. But I actually connected with Mr. Effiong on the streets of the ground.
Wow. And somebody pick that up. If you are single, please don't drop that nugget.
But I know people have been not dragged, but people have said, this one is lying. She actually was shooting her shot. I promise you, it was not a shoot your shot moment. It was you are a director as well as an actor. I'm thinking of this movie about this musician. Is this something we can collaborate on? Because I was studying producing then. I was just thinking, what would my first project be when I leave school? I was at New York Film Academy then. When I leave school now and they say we should produce a film, what are the kinds of things? And for me, from the beginning of time, I have loved people's stories. So it has always been biopics for me, and just the stories of just learning from people's journeys. And so I reached out to him. I'm like, is it not strange that there are no movies? So after I had identified that he was a filmmaker as well, I'm like, is it not strange that we don't have a lot of biopics? You know, where are the stories told by us, for us, about us? And he was like, I understand completely. I think it's great. And then I told him about the person I was thinking who is still living. I'm like, this person is a living legend. How about we do something? And anyway, Isha enter into another
dimension.
But I was not afraid again. I was not afraid to reach out. And I think it's just signals. I'm just a big believer of the spiritual and of signals. Like, my spirit may have known your spirit before our bodies knew our bodies.
There you go. There you go.
Unnecessarily deep. But
deeper conversations is okay. It's allowed here. It's allowed here.
Yeah. Okay. So our spirits are they've already.
You know, the funny thing is you are very right, and this is how I know. And people always say these things. How do you know? So when you've known somebody from a long time is when, you know, you have these conversations and it almost seems familiar. You're like,
have we had this conversation before?
Like,
Yes.
and then you say the next thing, and people say exactly like this. You know, don't throw those things away.
Yes, don't take them for granted.
I always say put those things in your left hand. And people have asked me, why, baby, what do you mean by left hand? I say left hand is typically, you know, most people are, you know, right-handed.
Yes.
Left hand is where you, if you forget something there, you won't get missing.
Yes.
Because you're not using it to eat.
Yes.
You're not using it to brush your hair. It's not going to drop. Just leave. When you meet somebody, anybody that you have some sort of connection with, take it and, you know, just hold on to it. Don't begin to assume, oh, this person must be my husband. Yes. This person is my sister. Oh, you are my mentor. Or they just say, the Lord sent me to you. I want to ask you for money. It's just, you know, once you first find that connection, hold it and watch. Yes. Be patient. Because sometimes you're hovering and then you realize, it was, you know, we can't be wrong. We can't be wrong. Like I said, you know, people may have mastered tonality over time. But it's just a function of, you know, when you start feeling uncomfortable. Yes. And, you know, when you are unable to discuss this discomfort. You know, like when we have our conversations, one of the things that I like, you know, is that we can really literally talk about anything.
Yes, we can. Yes,
guys, it's bad.
Yes,
we can literally talk about anything. And I would not feel like it's too high, it's too low, it's too much. So now
and we're open. We are open with each other. It's a trait of a connection, you know, and that I truly have attracted and you have also attracted, because it's mutual. And nobody should enter any relationship feeling subservient. Nobody should enter any relationship feeling like I'm the only one to benefit from this relationship. I remember something I learned clearly last year was that every relationship is symbiotic. Yeah. Every relationship is mutually beneficial. Yeah. Even your relationship with your driver, relationship with nanny, relationship with whoever it is, with your kids. There are very few altruistic relationships. You are getting some satisfaction and the person is getting some satisfaction as well. So I do not enter any relationship right now thinking, hey, I'm less than the person.
It's funny that you go there, because I'm going to go into the topic of mentorship.
Which one? Nigerian mentor?
Yeah, Nigerian mentorship. Okay. So this thing that you said, a lot of people say, oh, this person is my mentor. And, you know, mentorship, great. It's a great thing. But with mentorship, you know, we need to understand also that there's peer-to-peer. Yes. And there are different types of mentorship. The one that we are most accustomed to in this part of the world is that one where you're doing and you're unable to really say what you mean and how you feel. And you know, before you say what you want to say, let me just,
because there's a line.
Yes. So let me drop this here, and that is that, you see, you also have to, this relationship, there is the whole respect and things, but you also have to be able to say what you feel. And the way that you can say what you feel is that, you know, this person will hear me. Now, what do I mean? I mean that in any relationship, you need to be heard. You need to be heard. You know why? Because if the person doesn't hear you, they can't see you. You need to be heard. So don't. Now this is, like I said, deeper conversations. There are probably things that you are thinking, I cannot, you know, but, and it may be something that you're almost. But go ahead.
I was uncomfortable initially when you started. I was actually uncomfortable because it's a society of respect. Yes, but that last point of in every relationship you have to be heard is spot on. You have to be spot on. You should be able to speak to anyone you have a relationship with, anyone you believe you have a relationship with, and you should be. What you are saying should be received. You know, the same way you should also receive what is being said. Exactly. And then we all have filters, no matter how. Exactly. We all have filters. And as long as you know that the person is coming from a good place, the person is not trying to be to be disrespectful. And people do have a lot to learn in terms of communication. Some people don't know how to speak. And some people don't know that body language is also a language. You know, body language is a language. But yes, communication in relationships should be both ways, should go both ways.
You know,
so thank you for actually bringing that up.
So you know this thing of being heard, somebody may be thinking, I cannot talk to this person, heard like how? But you see, that is on you. Have you studied this person enough? You should be able to understand timing. You should be able to understand mood. You should be able to know, there are certain words that when I say, this person will hear me.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be heard, you slow yourself down and plan to be heard.
And in hearing, you also have to grow.
Oh, yeah.
In being heard, rather, you also have to grow. You have to reach a point of peace.
Say it. Say what you want to say.
You have to speak from a place of peace.
Yeah.
You cannot carry your energy, anxiety, negativity, restless energy to someone, and a lot of people don't want that energy around them.
Yeah.
They don't want it. And they're entitled to what they want. If they don't want that energy, they don't want that energy around it. But somebody who is centered, a lot of work went. I went through a lot of self-work and personal development to become this person.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure there are people watching thinking, "Hey God, does this mean my life?" No, your life is not over. It does not mean anything is wrong with you. It just means you need to take time to be with yourself.
Yeah.
You need to take time to deal with your own self first before you now start running up and down and looking for mentors and looking for. There's a basic level, that's what I'm understanding now, that there's a basic level of self-awareness that you get to before you start introducing other people into your life. Nobody on the outside can fix you if you are not able to be fixed.
This thing that you're saying, that you have just said softly.
You
the funny thing is that a lot of us, and this is even me, I've had some relationships that I've had to draw back from, because and this is not because of anything. So you meet the person, you like the person, you get along, but they have so much drama.
Yes.
So much drama. There's always one thing or the other. It's only a matter of time. Watch yourself. How many times do people withdraw? Are you the only one that you can't be, there must be something wrong.
And as I know that human nature, as you said this thing, now people will say, hey, that person has so much drama. That person, check yourself. Check yourself.
How many relationships have you let go of? So this one that I have said is so one-off.
Yes. Check your actual self. If you feel like people are leaving, then check yourself. Maybe you're the one with the drama. Maybe you're actually the one with the drama. I know that I went through a phase where I was like, Toyosi, relax, okay? Relax. I was not connecting with people anymore. I was restless. I was anxious. I was looking for what was not missing. All of that. And I had, I can say, in fact, this is my story. Probably the story or one of the many stories that I will share for the rest of my life. I had to go through a process. I had to go through a process where I was now at peace with myself, where I was not bringing bad energy, where I was not bringing drama, where I was comfortable with myself and was not looking for validation from anyone, and I mean, we're going to talk about how I've attracted the people for my unique journey, right? How I've done that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I heard something 4 years ago. A friend of mine shared this with me, and it stuck. It's one of the principles I live by now. And she said, be like a flower.
What does that mean?
To be like a flower. And when she said be like a flower, I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? And by the time she broke it down, I was like, indeed. And so now I'm living my life like a flower. Of course, there are times where I have to step out. But let me tell you about the flower. The flower is static. It's not moving. It is where it is. But everything it needs comes to it. When it needs sun, the sun is up coming to it. It needs water. We are either watering the flower, or rain falls. Water comes to it. It needs bees for pollination. The bees come to the flower. The flower is right there. And everything it needs comes to it.
Amazing.
Be like a flower. This is one of my secrets behind attracting the right people. Because I know that everything I need will come to me. I will know.
Amazing.
I will know.
You know, as you said that, it just occurred to me that all the flower does is to bloom.
It's to bloom. Thank you. Just be blooming.
All the flower does. So all of that work that you think attracting the people is you. You have to do all of this self-work.
Yes.
So the more self-aware, the more
receptive you are,
the more you are, the kinder, the more gracious, the more gentle, the more accommodating, the more loving, the more, all of those things, the more sensitive. And when I say sensitive, it's not any small thing you'll be angry, or any small thing you'll be crying, I'm sad. No. The more you are all of those things, you bloom.
Yes.
So it is from what you have just said to me, is that what you have done in attracting all of those people is to just stay where you are and do your own work.
And
be. Just exist as yourself.
Highest
and daily,
level.
daily working towards who do I need to be today? What do I need to do better? What was happening yesterday and how can I improve that? So it's not really just standing on the road and looking on Instagram and saying, I want to attract, who is this one? Billionaire lady. Tick. I will just look for, how does she sound? Send her a message, billionaire lady, I really like you. That's not what we're saying.
No, that's not what we're saying at all.
I had some questions here, and you've already jumped and said some of the principles you live by. But with dealing with people, what are some of those principles? With dealing with people, what exactly?
So, with attracting people, I am a flower. pretty flower, blooming. Bloom, With dealing with people, two things that I'm living by now that are helping me. One, extend grace. I extend grace to people. I make excuses for people. I get into people's heads and try to figure out what they are thinking. Why did this person behave like this? I don't want to say that way.
Do people understand Yoruba? This one is a Yoruba woman.
It's an international show.
Yeah, so what she's trying to say is that none of us is completely complete.
None of us really.
That's a literal translation, but it means that, each of us is learning and each day we are becoming.
And so I'm conscious of the fact that this person is not perfect. I'm sure this person knows this person is not perfect. This person has slipped, has fallen in this moment by behaving in a certain way and by being this way. I don't know what the person is dealing with. So I extend grace. I extend grace.
How much grace can you really extend?
You know, the scripture is saying that it's 70 times.
No. I mean, let's be realistic. How much grace should you really extend? Because I think that with everything, there should be a balance. You know what I mean? So somebody just keeps doing something over and over, and you say, well, maybe today was a good day. Oh, today was a bad day. So how do you draw the line between extending grace and just being a pushover?
I want to believe that the people in my life, extending grace does not mean that I do not explain myself or express myself.
Right.
I express myself, and then the grace allows me to just accommodate what you have done. It allows me extend grace. It allows me just to put you on a different pedestal. You know, like if you were, I've stopped this thing of I expected so much.
Right.
I expected so much from this person. I expected so much from this person. Me extending grace makes me understand that this person has fallen and may fall again tomorrow and may fall again next week. It's okay. Right. But you can tell from somebody's body language. You can tell from someone's reaction to your complaint about something they have done that this person is genuinely sorry. This person was probably having a bad day or a bad period, or this person hasn't seen it yet. And then people are in different categories in my life now. You know what I mean?
That's important. I was going to get there, but you can go.
People are in different.
So who are friends? Who are acquaintances? Who are who are those people? How do you even tell the difference? Everybody, I mean, I know a lot of people that say, oh, she's my friend. Oh, he's my friend.
You know that friend, I had to stop using it. I stopped using that friend, I think it was last year. I saw one of my friends post. She said something like, it's okay to say former schoolmate, colleague at work, neighbor, we went to the same church together. You do not have to use the word friend.
I mean, we're not friends.
And I adopted that. I actually adopted that. And I'm much more comfortable saying now to people that we're not friends.
What
Of course, if it
determines
comes
a
up,
friend?
you have to be, for me, I have to believe or feel that I am, even if you're not, I have to feel like you are giving as much as you are receiving. Do you understand? That if you are receiving so much love from me, so much openness, so much genuineness, genuineness,
whatever, genuineness.
so much love, so much of my time, of
So
my
much of
resources,
you,
so much of me as a person, my Eda is
your
giving
your
of
life force
myself to you. I have to believe that you are doing the same for me. If you are not doing the same for me, it's okay. It does not mean that we don't have a relationship.
Yeah, but we're not friends.
We're not friends. So now, do not get to a place where you are now expecting friendship level from me, because I may now change. And now, no, because I'm human, I may now reduce. If before you called me and I was available 24/7, but I see that it's not being reciprocated.
Yeah.
I may now be available 18/7.
Wow, you tried. And I always say that the higher you go, the less friends you have. The less friends you should have, because you know that level of commitment, you cannot give yourself like that to too many people. You cannot.
Especially if you're a giver of yourself,
so
your heart.
You have to be.
Yes.
So when we talk about unique people for your journey, first of all, you have to know where you're going. So when you know where you're going,
thank you.
So when you're clear on where you're going, attracting those people, you are already in the sun, right? You are in the sun, you are already blooming. Those people are already there. So it's easier for them to see you. However, you need to have room for them.
Yes.
So you have to make sure that you have closed up the space enough to receive them.
Yes.
Because we do not, I always say to people, you don't make friends, you receive them.
See, the first day this woman told me that you don't make friends, you receive them. And then you even said something, I was telling you that I needed an assistant.
Yeah.
I was looking for an assistant.
And I said you don't hire,
you
receive.
You receive. That's another level of just flowering. That's just another level, you know, because it's easy to say certain things, but not applied to different areas of your life. You made me apply this, my flower principle, to even staff.
Yeah, it's important.
To staff.
It's important.
And then, to the people I need for the journey.
Wow. Do you know, when you just said this thing, the people that you need for your journey, they are staff too.
Yes. I said everything is a symbiotic. It's symbiotic. I need them, they need me.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm not hiring, I'm receiving.
You can imagine, like, you know, a mom of young children. Guys, people that you need for your unique journey. As you are walking that path, who do you need in that moment? Who do you really need?
Do you know, I honestly had a light bulb moment, because I believe that there are people who believe that the people they need for their unique journey are billionaires.
No.
And influential people. And no.
They are influential in your life because they help you with some key for you to walk free. Yes. See, you cannot be walking on this journey with baggage, carrying load. When we see you safe, you won't attract the people. So there are some people that ease certain things off so that you shine brighter. So that you're more. So
how can I be here with a 9-month-old at home?
There you go.
How?
And we just said, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's here. Let's do this.
How can I be here right now?
You'd have been saying, you know,
a solid support system. You know, if I do
this
not
thing
have
that
the
you're
right people.
saying, you know, is very funny, because the people that are really like sort of like close to me, that are in my personal space, they don't have certain baggage. They cannot at this level. There's just certain baggage that you cannot have, because it tells me where you are on your own journey. So the more baggage you have, the more unready you are. So you need to shed whatever you need to do. Get into a quiet place, whatever people call it, pray, meditate, stay in a spot. And you know, until you feel a release, okay, what do I need to do? And release is not that you just stay there waiting, I'm waiting for this. Your release is a light bulb moment. So what do I need to do? What are the steps that I need to do? You know, so this thing that you have said, friends, okay, so we have decided friends are who again? People that give their life to you, like you give their life to them. No, because that's what you just said.
What did Christ say?
We have entered Christ
We've
here.
entered Christ.
So guys, so I know that some of you all may not be Christian.
I believe that.
But she is Christian, and that's okay.
Jesus.
I'm Christian too, but it's okay. But I love everyone, I'm here for you.
He said this thing of one who can give his life
right
for
a friend.
Do you understand?
Whoa.
Please, I have to pull up that scripture because my ears like to pull up scripture. But no, wait.
Oh my God!
Really
this friendship that you're saying is a major thing, guys.
Jonathan was going to give his life for David. He went against his father, the king, because of his friendship.
His friend,
it's like their souls were knit.
Yeah.
So they had levels of friendship.
Yeah.
Back to Jesus. Jesus had the 70.
Yeah.
Then he had the 12.
Yeah.
From the 12, he had the 3.
The 3,
that he took up.
Yeah.
So just categorize it. We're not fighting with anybody.
It's not fight.
But just for...
No. Honestly, for you, because first things first, there's some places that you would be that maybe you're stuck. You need to know the people that you can say,
who can you call?
I'm stuck, And there are different types of being stuck. There are some you need to have. There are different levels. So you're stuck. Like you can just call someone and say, I need so thousands of dollars.
Yes.
You need you
yes.
come on.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm not kidding.
I need
guys.
4 million right now.
Right now, come on. How much you have somebody that can, especially at whatever level that you are. So you may be at
100,000,
and you don't have anybody you can call. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something, and then maybe you are also in some bad shape emotionally. Bad shape.
Yeah.
You need to have somebody that you can call that can tell you, and you just become lighter.
Do you there are people you should be able to call and not say anything,
and they just know. They just know. There's one. I'm coming. Where are you? I'm coming now.
They just know.
Oh my God.
Yes, you've done that to me a few times.
Yeah. It's fine.
You actually have. Yeah.
I know. It's fine. It's fine. I am that person, but it's okay.
Exactly. And all this, all this 4 million, 100,000 that we just said, all of that. You should also be the person. You should also be somebody that somebody
can call, even if it's not for that $4 million dollars.
Yes.
But somebody should be able to call you for something on different things. So it is financially, it is spiritually, it is emotionally, it is physically. That's what I'm saying. So as rounded as we are as humans, we need to understand that we need to fulfill certain things. And you know what?
Sorry, sis. Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
The expectations you place on others, place on yourself.
There you go.
Explain,
please.
No.
Just break that thing down. Break that thing down.
If you want to be able to call somebody, if you want people to be available for you, make sure you are available as well.
Yeah.
They said he who will have many friends must first
show himself
friendly. Do you understand? So be what you want to see in other people. Let's just even start from there. We will do this self-work. We must all be better. We must all better so that, because this topic now, like I said, attracting the people for your unique journey. I'm sure people are sitting now ready to take notes. Like, how do I attract X? How do I attract Y? No, start with yourself. Fix yourself first before you even start to think of attracting anybody. You know,
it's funny. I have to go back to this person because this person is still, hovering in my life somehow. And this is someone that I met who, fantastic personality, fantastic, lovely, kind, generous, all of these things, but always has issues with people. Right? And this person had will tell me about how this person did this to me, how this happened to me. And I kept thinking to myself, one day it will be my turn. You know those people that always say, this person, this happened, this. So I was just pacing myself. At that time, I was who I needed to be for that person. That takes me into the next thing, is that you don't always have to be stuck with this friendship or this.
Spot on.
You don't. So we outgrow. We so unique journey. I may be in this place at this point, and I realize, this is, and it doesn't mean that I'm letting go of you. Don't feel bad, like hey, this person. It's just
seasons, times and seasons. I'm having a situationship right now in my own life as well, and I understand. Like, I've come to a place where it is fine. I was able to tell myself, we are not friends. Okay, so that expectation, we may have been friends in the past, we may have been friends even yesterday, but if somebody gets to a point where they no longer see you, or you no longer feel a space, a void in their life, that void has been sealed off, is no longer there, or that void has now been filled by somebody else or something else, receive it.
It's okay.
We're not struggling, no.
It's okay.
From 2022, we're not struggling. I told my friend I said, peace like a river. Peace like a river. Sabbath, shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace, peace. Just peace like a river. Because we are not called to be anxious.
Yeah.
Be anxious for nothing.
Yeah.
You know that
anxiety,
be anxious for nothing. In everything,
in
in prayer and supplication, make a request unto God. It did not say God will grant the request, so.
Yeah.
He said the peace of God that passes all human understanding will fill your heart and mind to keep you. So at the end of the day, peace is the most important thing. Which brings me to my second point. When you said, how do I deal with people now? I said the first thing for me is extend grace. The second thing is protect my peace.
Yeah.
At all costs.
What does that mean to you?
It means that anything that wants to take that peace away.
So how do you know what takes peace away? Like how?
So,
I'm saying this intentionally because I want you to break this down into principles, because you know sometimes you've been living something so long you don't even it's just like clockwork.
Yeah.
But somebody else looking in is like, how does this happen? So I really need you to, if you can.
Okay, so if you have, and again, it is really anything that is not adding to your peace, anything that is not giving you peace in your heart. It may be work, it may be a relationship, it may be lack of funds, it may be anything. The reason why people do not have peace is because they have elevated those things. They have made those things so big, and since I've already established that I am a believer, they have elevated those things above God and His power. Do you understand? So the reason why I'll be restless when there's no money in my account is because I think God cannot fix it. The reason why I'll be restless when I fall out with a friend is because I think, this friend was so important to me and she just messed up and she this and she's that, and there's no way it cannot be fixed.
And he did and he did.
And exactly all
not
of
just
that.
she, huh?
He, sorry. Okay, yes, the he's all. You know the she. Anyway, yeah, the she is, we know ourselves, but yeah. So anything that is beginning to, anything that is struggling just with me feeling centered. It is important to me to stay centered at all times, because I'm making so many decisions right now. Is it when I'm thinking of children and I'm thinking of what I'm building, my career, my company, other things, my marriage, that I'll now be fretting and restless about? I don't want anything that takes away my peace. So I protect my peace. This is how I deal with people. If I see that you're coming with a certain kind of energy that wants to ruffle and shuffle and change things, I change it straight. I do not permit it. I do not allow it. I do not want it. And then I literally close up sometimes. Because again, we're not supposed, we don't have to deal with things in the immediate. We don't have to give everything an immediate response.
Yeah.
If you need time, you need time. I've said to people, I need space. I've said to people, I need time.
Yeah.
I told one of my friends.
Now that you say that,
One of my friends.
there's a thin line. I'm going to address that.
Well, yes, that's fine. But I could not handle it anymore. I felt like I was being gaslighted. I felt like I was not understanding the situation anymore. I had lost a grip, and again, there's a thing of control. But I had lost a grip of this situation, and so I said, you know what? I need space. I promise I'm not keeping malice. I promise this is not a fight. I promise you. I had to say it like 10 times. I'm not fighting with you. I just need space. Some people are afraid to be alone.
You know this thing about space. Now, this is for a relationship, and maybe you call it friendship, acquaintance, whatever. But if you are in a relationship that you cannot ask for space, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you are in a marriage, you are, or you have a certain employee, or you know your staff, or your mom. Well, your mom, you can keep space, but because mom is mom, like mom can be there. But you know, like you are in that situation where you feel like you need space, your child. You know, so there are certain things. How do you draw the line between, you know what, I need my peace, and I still need to be present here?
People may disagree, but I believe that in a marriage you can still ask for space.
Okay.
You can.
What do you mean by asking for
You
space?
can say I'm coming, and you go and check yourself into a hotel for a weekend.
Woo-hoo!
You may not,
Okay, guys.
you may not want
Okay,
to
this is.
houses.
You know what? You know what? These are deeper conversations.
Different
It's okay.
strokes for different.
It's
folks,
okay.
so
You know, you can do that. You know, you can do that.
You
See,
cannot
let me
do
tell
that.
you. This is my what? We're going to be 19 years.
Ah,
now.
okay. No,
And
we are young and young.
so I cannot just say, you know what? I need space. I'm going to just check myself into a hotel, Mr. Bernard, and just go. That's not happening. So you know what I do? And you may watch this thing.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
But guys, this is between us. Nobody tell nobody. So what I would typically do in that kind of situation is find a way to travel, to find something. You cannot just say, I need space or I want. So there are things that you can do. If you know, so here's the thing. If you know that you need time,
Yes.
don't at that time begin to give yourself in your diluted stage. So because there's going to be war, there's going to be
Pause, ma. Explain diluted.
diluted in the sense, so
but
diluted is that
diluted.
at that time you're not at your best. You're going to be saying the wrong things. You're going to be reacting crazy. You're going to be doing all sorts of things, and this goes with every relationship, whether it's in a a platonic type relationship or a romantic type relationship. So that's when you said something about you don't need to exert yourself at that point. Now it's very hard. These things are very hard to do, but once your mind has registered it somewhere, it's going to remind you. Now it's your decision to decide, I don't want to listen, I want to be mad at this point. Madness is my portion. I want to go crazy. But at least know that you are choosing to be mad. But what it is that, because I've had these conversations when you're talking to someone that you really love, or someone that and the person is doing the craziest thing, and my mind tells me, you know what, don't answer, or don't give yourself in this undiluted stage. Don't. So what you can do instead is to, respond in the most. So let me give you an example. So somebody, for instance, sends me one message, says all sorts of things. I will say, I'm going to ignore this message right now and know that you're probably at this.
Do you say that to the person?
Oh, I'm going to say that.
Yes.
I'll say, I'm going to ignore. But I'm going to focus on the fact that I see that you're upset about something. I apologize for what is making you upset. We'll talk about this thing later. So, the funny thing is that the person is going to go back after and read it and think, I overreacted in that place. Then I will now show you myself. I will show you myself in the sense, no, I won't fight. I'll just show you myself and say, how I was feeling that day. But guess what? It will be coordinated. Because I won't be angry anymore. I won't be as heated. So it will be more, I will say everything.
Step away from the situation first.
Do you understand? So don't give yourself in an undiluted stage where you have so much you're dealing with emotionally. We're human beings, and meaning that, I was telling, I think it was in my newsletters, I was saying that as beings, meaning that you are being every day, you are becoming. So at every point in time, know that you can be whoever, anybody. Some things that you have never seen, you can become it at that time.
I hear you.
Some people say things like, and this is me, identity coach who has, training in behavioral psychology. I'm a certified MBTI practitioner, and MBTI says there are 16 personalities. But every time I'm coaching or working with someone, I say, you know what? They said that you are 16, but you are all 16. All those 16 is inside you.
Based on what you
Based on anything. All those 16. It depends on what situation. Sometimes you're in some environments, you pick up some certain things you don't know, you pick up some words. If you decide to exert yourself in an undiluted stage, you just hear one word that you have picked up somewhere. Trigger. You just like, how did I? No, did I just do that?
Yeah.
So managing people. You were saying your peace.
I protect my peace.
You protect your peace,
I protect it.
So how do they feel? So when you say things like I need. So how does that, how do you...
So in that moment, I am more concerned about myself and my sanity than the person. And that's the truth. It says love your neighbor as you love yourself. I have to love myself first. The extent to which I love myself is the kind of love, is the extent to which I can love you. In that moment, I step away. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around the energy. I cannot deal with it right now. I'm concerned about my sanity. And I want to stay sane. I need to be present. The work is plenty. Do you understand? If you think about how the things vying for your attention, you would see that you need to be centered at all times. Like every time you are asked a question, every time you are asked to do something, you must be centered. So if anything is going to take that centeredness away, please stay away from it.
You know, this thing that you have said,
Yeah.
I think that, you know, something just occurred to me, and we're talking like people that are here, but there are some people that are not even anywhere. They don't even know what it means to protect their peace, because they are the ones that are getting on other people's nerves.
Yes.
They are
And
the
I was
ones,
that person.
you know,
Yeah.
and this has nothing to do with your age, your background, your anything, your sex, your, you know, you may be that person that other people see as, you know, and this person that has it all together. But in your personal space, you are that one that aggravates, that you know, gets on the nerves or whatever. So how do you see yourself? Because most of those people, they don't see it. So what, I don't know if you can talk about that.
I saw it.
How
did I see it?
Yeah.
See it. I just have to introduce the spiritual. I have to introduce, I think, well, also based on feedback from people. So when you find that it is only you.
Feedback, I don't understand. So people were telling you?
No, like feedback. When you find out that it's only you that this person had an issue with, and then you now had an issue with XYZ, and then you are short-tempered, and then all sorts of things, I think it's time to check yourself. Me, well, I cannot say this one on TV now, but yes, I come from a family of strong women. So, strong women, opinionated, we say what we think. I mean, we're very assertive. But then I got to a point where I don't have to prove a point to you anymore. I don't have to prove that I know what I'm saying. I don't have to prove that I am right.
Right.
You know, so I'm fine not proving a point anymore. If I engage, if I decide to engage, it means the thing has hooked. It has hooked me in my neck, because
and the person is important enough.
Thank you,
guys.
To
you know.
actually engage.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, can you not see what you are doing, and can you not see how everything you're doing is being received and perceived? You know, if I engage, but I don't need to engage. I'm really, I'm not there yet. So in case somebody now sees me tomorrow on the road driving and say, my friend, don't bash my car, all of that. I'm not saying that I'm 100% there, but it's a journey. It's a journey that I'm on.
Amazing, attracting the people that you need for your unique journey.
I think how long have we been talking?
How long have we been? And you know, the funny thing is, do people have questions? So this is, should I say, the introduction, and this one is going to go like this, and we're having these conversations. And you know, the task sheet is where I'm going to have those questions answered. What do I mean? So you'd all get the task sheet by mail. And then we have a Telegram group that you'll be having these conversations in. So I'm sure you're wondering, where can we ask questions? Can we talk about this? So we can, but you would get the task sheet in your mail, and then once you have completed that, and then you're going to be getting audio messages from me as well. So we're taking this deeper. It's not just your regular chatting on you know, YouTube and saying, how can we do this? We want to be concentrated on the conversation so that you can get the most from it. Take down your questions. You know, you can always send me emails. I respond to my emails, and that's crazy.
Yes,
but I
actually respond to my emails.
Yeah, it's crazy. It may take me a while, but I respond to my emails, so I do that.
Yeah.
So this, I want us, I don't know how long have we been talking for? So maybe about
40 minutes. Is it up to? 50 minutes.
Wow. No, you know, this woman, she's quite, you know, she's, so I want you to know.
You and me.
Yeah,
it's fine. Try.
It's fine, yeah.
Let's be going.
No, we can't be going yet. There's something, I feel like, you know, so I sense that there are two things, and there are two things, and there are categories of people. Now, there's a category of people that feels like I don't really have these relationships. I've worked on myself.
Flower.
So here's it. I've worked on myself. I've done so many things, but I'm quite introverted. I don't know how to just send a message to somebody on it. I can't do that. Or I don't know how to. I'm just not that. I'm actually even a bit shy. So here's what I say about shyness. I feel like shyness is a sin, you know, but let's move away from that. There's no, there's no such.
It's a sin.
It is, because what do you mean by being shy?
You don't think that's excessive?
No, I don't think, honey. So if we look at, can somebody just check the meaning of shy?
What does shy mean?
in a dictionary. What does it mean? Shy in a dictionary. So shy in itself is a negative thing. So it's negative, and anything that is negative in its way. So it's almost you cower at something, you hold back at something, you step back, and so I don't receive the word shy. I don't receive it because I feel like it is not for you.
Okay.
So you can be, you can say I'm a bit introverted. I'm quiet. I don't interact but you are not shy, because when you're shy, you hold back. You're not able to.
We were not created.
You are no. You are not. You're not created to hold. To be free and to be a flower. So if you're a flower, you cannot be shy as a flower.
Imagine the flower now closing up and saying.
So when the flower closes up, something happened. Somebody touched it. Something happened. It's like my peace, guys. No, I'm protecting my peace. That's when it closes up. Every natural flower, it doesn't. Those things. So you can't be shy. But let's move away from there. There are things that you can do to work, to work through that.
If you're shy, send a message to YBB. She'll coach you. She'll talk to you.
Really?
Yeah. She will. You may pay her. She may charge you.
Can we go into this thing?
Introverts.
Yeah. So people that are just generally more homebodies. They're like homebodies, so they don't even know how to. What's that? Then I'll come and have friends, or how will I try? I don't know.
So these homebodies, they went to school.
Yeah, but they're not really. They can't really. Yeah, but they're friends, but they're not really friends like that.
So for introverts and those who don't find it easy to just make friends and all of that, the friendships you have, cherish them. Okay, so cherish the friendships you have. Now, depending on what the goal is, if you are doing a book launch, which I was, and you need somebody like a YBB, and you cannot talk to YBB directly, you have somebody who knows her. Know the network of your network. Task
sheet is coming up. We have the task sheet sorted, guys. You need to download that thing.
The task sheet is actually So I have come to the conclusion, and it is just. My network, YBB, as you know, is now your network. Yeah. Your network is my network.
Well,
excuse me. I know that. And again, it goes back to the categories of people in your life.
Yeah.
Who are you comfortable meeting to say, please, I need an introduction.
Yeah.
Can you introduce me to this person, or can you tell this person about my project or about my book? So for introverts, know this and know peace. The network of your network should be accessible to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people that you've managed to retain as friends, the people that you've managed to keep, who do they know? If there's an extrovert amongst them, like me, my introverted friends have me as the middle. I will gladly introduce you to anybody that I know. Gladly. Even the people I don't really know like that, because of my personality, it's a gift.
Yeah.
I thank God you also have gifts that I probably don't have. So it's okay. It's not a competition. We're all here to we're all different pieces of a big puzzle. So just understand that. Be comfortable asking for introductions. Be comfortable reaching out to people and saying, hey, I see that you're following YBB. I just wrote a book. I need to stop using books.
Yeah, because we're talking about this book. It looks like there's some book people here. But this thing that you're saying, I'm hearing some things, and I'm going to say those things. And those things are, so I'll be comfortable introducing Toyosi to my network because I know that she understands access. So a lot of people do not even understand this whole. Can we just break down what access means?
So that's another thing. I said different categories of people. There are people that will come to meet me to introduce them to somebody.
And they are your friends.
And they are my friends, or maybe our bros, or whatever it is. And in that moment, I need to be sure you're not going to go and meet this person and embarrass me. I don't want anybody to come back and meet me and say, your friend was wild, or your friend was, I don't know, confused, your friend was not coherent. I don't want any of that. I don't want all of that. But again, I will school you. The people in my life, the young people in my life, and more are coming, I always explain the principle of access.
Yeah.
If somebody opens a door and lets you in, the person has done that by choice.
Oh, yeah.
Do not feel any sense of entitlement to anybody's time or anybody's resources.
Exactly.
I said one time, I shared it, I said the only person, and I heard somebody say it and it stopped. Again, I'm always learning. The person said, the only person I feel entitled to to his time, to his resources, the only person I can feel a sense of entitlement towards is God.
Because he said, I will
Because
never
God
leave
has
you.
said, I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Every other person can decide.
So if God is looking like, God, where are you? You have to remember, but he said, never leave me nor forsake me. Where
are you exactly?
I said, if I, Olalowa Toyosi, have not told you that I will never leave you nor forsake you, do not feel entitled to my time, do not feel entitled to my resources, do not feel entitled to my blessings. Anything I have, God has handed it over to me. It is now my choice to do with it as I want to or as he says I should. So that's honestly the principle of access. I come to you now. I don't feel, if you're not available at a particular time, you're not available. I cannot be angry. And
then you can't keep, so for instance, you know those people that call you and call you like 10 times.
Don't do that.
Calling you like 10 times. You say you found somebody that you need for your life. Okay, this person has said, I would give you so and so. Then you want to kill them because they said I will give you. Well, I'm sorry to be stressing you. I'm sorry to sound like I am a bother. Yes, you are.
But I also understand when people feel trapped. So
no, I do not understand that. No, but you cannot just be saying because you know what it's going to do. This is it. It's going to put that other person. They're going to put you in a particular place. It would do something to your access. Don't be deceived. It would do something. It will leave a dent.
I've experienced it. See,
it will leave a dent. There are things that you don't do. Yes. Doesn't matter how, you know what you want to do, you can get on your knees. You can begin to just hold on and just begin to think about the person answering you. Think about it. Just saying a word, saying, I just hope you are going to see it now. The next, you are going to call me and keep going over it in your mind. Your mind is more powerful. You don't need to do it with your mouth.
Thank you. And that thing that you need, you know what I've learned so many things. Anyway, I don't focus on the source of the thing. I focus on what I want. The only source I focus on is God. Okay, so I need 100 million naira. Somebody has introduced me to XYZ. XYZ is worth $100 billion. I'm not going to be fixated on XYZ, Mrs. XYZ, because I know that she can afford to give me the 100 million. My focus is still on the 100 million. Where it comes from, is not really my concern. I am praying and I am affirming and I am speaking and I'm saying I have all that I need. So I'm not placing any burden on this person. The person is not even my concern. And all of us were created with everything that we need. We have the lifeline to the actual source. So as God created me now, as I came to the earth, he was not taken aback and say, Toyosi has landed. Toyosi today. 100.
Where's our food? Where should we eat?
Where's our shoe? He's not thinking that. Shoes,
oh my God, Toyosi, you're much.
Husband, Ochuko.
Anybody that you need.
Anybody that I need is available. It's already there. So
amazing. You know this thing that you said. Let me just say this, and I want to say. No, I want to say what you said now. So the funny thing is, guys, let me just be open and honest with you guys. So I didn't plan for real. I didn't plan to have this like a live whatever. It was supposed to just be StreamYard and YouTube, and which I'm happy with. But this person right beside me just said, why are we doing like that? Now let's just do it. I'll come to your house. I'm like, Toyosi, come on. Because when I said I see her and I say media mogul. So you are to me as I see you. Do you get that? You are to me as I see you. So if I see you in a particular way, so I'm able to receive that grace from you because I see you like that. So your grace flows to me. So every time anything media related, I have it because you're graceful. I see you in that light. So there are so many people around you, but you are not even seeing them. You're not permitting yourself. A lot of times, some of us are, we're trivializing the people around us. We think that is it not Jesus, son of Joseph, the carpenter? Meanwhile, just say, so I have a lot of people like that. I'll just send them and say, hey, yesterday, I'm like, I'm not yesterday to you, I'm YBB. I'm not. We don't, even if And it's such a Nigerian thing. You think, okay, I'm 100 now. I'm 100 years old. So yesterday, no, if you really want to access that grace, you show some respect. You put some respect on that name. And you know,
and it's not an age
it
thing.
is not. It's a call.
Yes.
It's a function of your office.
Yes.
Since we want to go there.
Yes.
It's a function of your office. So there is Christ and there's Jesus. Jesus is different from Christ, guys. Christ is his office.
You are going to deeper. This one is not deepest.
Deeper conversation. I'm sorry.
Deepest conversation.
But honestly, there is an office. For each one of us, there is an office.
Yes.
So there's who you are on an everyday basis, who, you know, the people that see you, that laugh with you, they know. But when you are in your office, when you are speaking a word, when you are saying no, and when I say speaking a word, it's not Christian word. I'm saying, for instance, you're an expert in something, and you say, let's not do this like this. Let's connect this to that. Yes. You are in your office as a digital media person. So because I think I'm your boss now, I'll say, no, we're not connecting it. You are in trouble. Mistake. So you need to be able to see people in their office. And when you see them, you put a respect on it. Yes. And that respect is silence. Yeah. The respect is silence. At that time, you just say, okay. Otherwise, you won't learn anything. Yeah. You won't know anything. You will not attract anything. Yeah. And this is not a function of age, class, sex, whatever. When you hear it, you know it. And you know how you know it, you feel it here. When the person says it, you're like,
there's truth.
There's something. There's something here. So at that time, you know what you need? Silence. Say nothing.
Just receive it.
Say nothing. Just take it and say, okay. And receive it with joy.
Yes. And be thankful that there's somebody to even grant you that kind of flow
with joy.
Grace. This thing, there are levels to it.
I think that, you know, if we stay here.
Levels to it. These are our way now. I'll now be driving home late in the night. I'll be driving home.
No.
These are our way.
We're not saying no, to us to be going now. Look at the time.
No. Let's leave this place.
No, but, you know, I'm so glad we got to do this openly. And these are some of the, so every time I'm in my quiet space, people say things like, this thing, why be? I just know that I want to share it. And the way to share it is to bring people that I have this sort of like conversations with. Or people that are in my personal space that I'm open enough to share these conversations with, because we need to hear these things.
We do.
There are some things that we don't tell ourselves. And, you know, we need to become more, should I say, more open to wisdom.
Yes.
Wherever it comes from. Yes. Because wisdom comes from only one place.
Yeah.
It's from one source. Yes. Now, how do you know? It's one. Yeah. So when you hear it,
teachable.
Be teachable. Once you hear it and it sounds like something, just take it. And don't. A lot of people will now come and do like this. They say, So what was that thing you were saying that day?
I say, do you know the extent of being teachable? We are learning from a flower.
Oh yeah.
We are learning from flower.
Yeah.
Do you think about it?
Something that is
like.
Yeah.
So be teachable. There's something to learn in everything. The God that created everything, he knew what it was. He knew the value he was putting in everything. There's intricate value in every single thing that you see. Amazing. Every single thing. That I walk around being aware and asking God to open my eyes more. Open my eyes, please. I don't want to be, blindness, lack of knowledge is what makes people perish. I don't want to perish. I want to get I want to suck the value from this earth. I want to everything that the earth has for me. I want to receive it, and I want to give off everything that I'm supposed to give off, give out on this earth. So
exactly. So you know, so the funny thing is that, you know, people. The other day somebody was saying to me, are you going to talk about politics? Are you going to talk about all of these things? And I said all of those things exist outside of us, meaning that we are bigger, we are higher than all of those things. Those things are in your external space. So deeper conversations. So those things are in your external. Tomorrow, see, guys, let's be open. If the dollar likes, let it be 1,000 to a naira, let it be 2,000. That's not your business. That's not your business. You know, because everything you need, when it's time, you have it. So it's not. I remember when this conversation, I had it actually with my husband, because as far as I'm concerned, that one is another level where it's fine. It is right in the thick of, you know, when things are recession, this and this and this. Do not lower your expectations. Do not begin to say, I can't plan like this now. I can't. Don't, because your resources do not come from, you know, what you can see.
We are plugged to the source.
Your resources do not come from. So you have to stay centered. Make sure your peace, that peace.
Protect it.
Because if you don't,
it's becoming. People be shouting all sorts of things around you.
You just say, hey.
There's a casting down. You will say there's a
Hey,
lifting
the
up.
dollar is this.
Why not move?
Oh, you have monetize. Everybody.
Yeah, no, we don't operate from a place of
No.
hustle.
It's so if you are in that space, fine. But if you are not, do not get anxious.
Yes.
So I think that the combination of everything that we've said tonight, I'm sure that
It's a bit much.
well,
Yeah.
is it much, guys?
It's a bit much.
Is it much?
Yeah.
Well, so I think that, it is just in those principles. I want us to look at those principles that you said again. We've said so many things, and I'm going to leave this, for Toyosi to just go over her principles again. Can you do that? So your principles, no. You said your principles, two principles for you living generally, and maybe how you deal with people. I remember them if you want me to say them, but
no. So dealing with people really is extending grace.
Yeah.
Extend grace, protect your peace. Extend grace, protect your peace. The one that, of course, is in my bio is everywhere is living for an audience of one.
Yeah.
I'm only concerned about what one person thinks. I try my best at all times. When I say that I'm going off, that's my anchor.
Yeah.
So you can go astray. No boats will go, but something will anchor the boat to the dock. Do you understand? So what anchors me really is living for an audience of one, where I am concerned about only what my maker thinks, not what anybody else thinks. I've received all sorts of things. I've just received also things are coming to mind now, but I'm just living for an audience of one, so everybody will be okay.
Yeah.
But then I extend grace to other creations or creatures of
Yeah.
the Most High God.
Yeah,
Other
because no man
creatures
is
of
an
the Most
island,
High
yeah.
God, exactly. I extend
Yeah.
grace, I protect my peace, and then be a flower. The flower principle. When it's becoming rough and I think I need 100 billion things, I believe that everything I need will come to me.
Yeah.
I stay centered, I stay focused on God, on my creator, the person that I'm living for. Do you understand? And everything I need comes to me. I'm not anxious. I'm not operating from a place of anxiety anymore. I've learned things. I've learned to hand things over to God and to just what killer is she going?
Somebody may be thinking, oh, well, this thing, everything is God. But
everything is God, though.
But so let me just try and make it easy for you. Is to know that, you see, you cannot live thinking that you can do things on your own. Okay, so for instance, how does your hair grow? How does your hair grow? Do you really know how it grows? Yeah. How do your nails grow? How do you just break a nail and give it a few? So there's no argument. Okay, God exists, God doesn't exist. Don't worry about that. I'm just saying, how do certain things happen? And if you know that you are not in control of those things, it's better for you to, what is the worst that can happen?
Yes.
To just believe in a higher power.
The person that's in control.
A higher power that would, and those are the things that keep you centered. Because if you have a higher power, you will know that even if it's not working now, there's this higher power that will, and you still leave the rest. This higher power will show herself, whatever it is, to you. So it's not a function of, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Buddhist. Leave. Just find in truth.
Exactly.
So because those that are looking for things in truth, they find. They find. So it's amazing. I'm really grateful for this conversation. I could go on.
Thank you.
I have no hassles going on, but I want to keep it short and concise. I thank you guys for being here. Wait. I didn't say you should go. So, task sheet. Yes. It's going to be sent to you by mail. If you just stumbled on the link, that's fine. Go to my bio on Instagram, anywhere, just find so it's actually Bernard.com/deeper. So those are the deeper conversations. We're having 6 of them. This is the first one, and it'll be every 2 weeks from now, so that I can prepare it, cook it, and serve it just like y'all need it. I think that the only other thing, because I remember that time I said 2 things. There's one person that is introverted, and then this thing was, I just I remembered again, and it is, what does it really mean? When you have certain relations. So for instance, when you said show yourself friendly, the ones that you have, do good with them, protect or grow them. Some people don't know how to harness or how to feed relationships. They don't know how to cultivate and cook, and sit in such that even if all you have is one to whom, you have given a little and he did well with it, more would be added. So you may think that I only have one, I only have 2. What are you doing? How do you really cultivate relationships that and guys, it's not even the relationships that you think are like that. So when you start cultivating those ones, it's easier for you to open up to other ones. So everything is a principle. Everything is a principle. So I've had people that have had some really amazing, and something goes wrong, and they're not even able to, or they're too proud to, or that. So how, what would you say, or how would you advise? So how would you, what would you say to those such things?
It's just the grass is not greener anywhere else. The grass is greenest where you water it.
Yeah.
If you water your friendships, you water your relationships,
they would grow.
Bloom, they would grow. As long as you're with a reasonable person, as long as you're not with somebody who, the people that are supposed to stay in your life will stay, okay? And you just nurture the relationships, you water it. You water the relationships.
How do you water relationships?
By being present.
You know what? Tell them, please tell them. What does be present mean? Some people just say, I don't really know.
Actually, be present. No, give of your time, give of your resources. If you cannot make something important, apologize.
Keep your word,
Keep your
guys.
word.
Don't say I will do this and not do it.
Yes, your word should be your bond. Your word really should be your bond. That's the height of integrity, saying that you will do something. That's why God says he honors his word more than his name. Like nobody is going to come and say, you said you will do this, you did not do this. Doesn't want anybody to get him kind of thing. And that's, we are created in his image. So that should be our standards and our standard and our principle as well, where we say something and we do it. Well, the Japanese have mastered this thing, because I've been reading some books now, and their word is their bond. They are like the epitome of integrity. We were not really, Nigerians is a different thing, but we are a different generation. We are cut from a different cloth. We will be different. We can be different, and we will be different. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Even things like, I'll call you back, I try not to say
Did you just say that? Did you say, I'll call you back? That's funny, because
I try not to say it, because
is a simple thing.
If I'm not going to call you back, I'm not going to call you back. If you annoy me on the call and I cannot process what it is right now, I'll say, okay, I'll call you back. And I will call you back when I've processed it. But if I really just want to get off the call, then
I will tell you.
All right, I need to go now. Thank you so much. So it's just the little things like that that would transform us into the highest version of ourselves that we can be.
Thank you so much, guys. It's very important. Cultivate your relationship. So attracting the people that you need for your life, it doesn't just drop on you. You work the process. You become that person who is. And when you find these relationships along the way, don't throw attitude at them. So there are people that you meet and you think that, what is even doing you that is not doing me, honey? No, you better stop those things. Honor. Honor. It's very important. Honor, and when you err, you can apologize. If you don't feel like you want to apologize, you can wait, and after you can say, I actually don't even know what to say. At that point, I'm still confused. Be truthful, be real, be open, and this journey. Just know that it is unique to you. So don't look at Toyosi and say, tomorrow morning, let me go and look for that actor. I need to go and talk to him and send it in. Let me look for, I've said this thing, billionaire lady. Let me just send her a message and say, come and talk to my book. So first of all, identify your own unique journey. Walk your path, and walk your path with grace. With all humility. And you are not shy. Okay? We are no longer shy. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It looks like we have to wrap this up. Thank you for your time. I hope you had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time.
Yeah, I love talking to you.
I love talking to you guys.
Thank you, people.
Thank you, guys.
So don't forget, check your
sheets.
mails, task sheets. What's going to happen is that in those task sheets, in Telegram, so I can't have a conversation with everyone, so that's why I moved it to Telegram, so it's just those that are on Telegram that you can actually send in questions from the task sheet, and then I would respond, we'll have conversations, and I will also send you voice notes. How cool is that? See you guys on the 19th of June. It's 9 days for the next one. That one is identity and money. Smart stewards. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.